If you're broke and all your friends are broke too, I hate to break it to you, but you're not unlucky, you're surrounded by the wrong people. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to change that. Stick around because friend number 3 is going to change your entire financial trajectory. And I promise you, did not expect tip number 7. Let's get one thing straight before we start. This is not about being fake, using people, or chasing money over character. Rich friends are not ATMs, they are mirrors. The people around you reflect your habits, your standards, and your ceiling. If everyone in your circle is complaining about rent, you will talk about rent forever. If everyone in your circle is talking about their next investment, their next business, their next opportunity, you start talking that way too. That's not magic, that's psychology. Your brain adapts to whatever room it spends the most time in. So the real question isn't how do I meet rich people? It's how do I become the kind of person rich people actually want to know? Because here's the truth nobody tells you. Wealthy people are constantly being approached by people who want something from them. They have a finely tuned radar for it. If you walk in looking hungry for their money, you will repel the exact people you're trying to attract. The goal is to walk in looking interesting, capable, and valuable and let the relationship build itself. Let's start with where you actually find these people, because you will not find them scrolling social media at midnight. Rich people cluster around activities that filter by income without anyone saying a word. Golf is the classic example, and it's a classic for a reason. A round of golf is 4 hours of unstructured time with almost no distractions. No phones buzzing, no meetings to rush to. People open up on a golf course in a way they never do in a boardroom. You don't need to be good. You need to show up, be pleasant, and be coachable. Beginners who are humble and fun to be around get invited back constantly. Second, look at co-working spaces and business incubators, especially the paid higher tier ones. The $5 coffee shop crowd is grinding. The $300 a month private co-working crowd is building. Pay for 1 month, sit in the common area, talk to people. Third, industry conferences and paid masterminds. Not free webinars, paid in-person events where the ticket price alone filters out 90% of tire kickers. If a conference costs $600, everyone in that room already decided their time is worth investing in growth. That's your crowd. Fourth, fitness, but the right kind. Not the $20 a month gym everyone goes to at 6 p.m. Look at boutique studios, early morning classes at 5:30 or 6 a.m. or run clubs that meet before market open. The people training before sunrise are usually the same people building something big during the day. Discipline in one area of life almost always signals discipline in another. Now here's tip number 7, the one I promised would surprise you. Volunteer for leadership roles in expensive hobbies, not just participation. Don't just join the wine tasting club, offer to help organize the next event. Don't just attend the charity gala, offer to help with the silent auction. Organizers and volunteers get treated completely differently than attendees. You get pulled into side conversations, planning calls, group texts. You become a known face instead of a stranger in the crowd. And it costs you time instead of money, which is the exact trade most broke, ambitious people can actually afford to make. Once you're in the room, the real work starts. And this is where most people blow it. They either go silent and starstruck, or they go too hard, too fast, pitching their business idea to a stranger within the first 5 minutes. Both kill the relationship before it starts. Instead, lead with genuine curiosity. Ask how they built what they built. Ask what they do differently. Rich people love talking about their journey almost as much as they love talking about their next move. But almost nobody asks them the right questions because most people are too busy waiting for their turn to talk. Then, and this is critical, follow up with value, not with a favor. If they mention a book, read it and send them one insight from it a week later. If they mention a problem in their business and you happen to know someone who solves that exact problem, make the introduction for free. No strings attached. Wealthy people remember who added value to their life without asking for anything back. That's the person who gets the phone call when a real opportunity opens up. Here's something almost nobody says out loud. You have to actually invest a little to be in these rooms. And that's uncomfortable when money is tight. But this isn't about spending recklessly. It's about strategic spending. Skip the 4 vacations this year and use that money for one paid mastermind. Skip the extra streaming subscriptions and put that toward a single good conference ticket. You are not spending money on a golf round or a mastermind. You are spending money on being in a room your future self needs you to be in. And once you're in that room a few times, something shifts. You stop being the new face and start being a familiar one. Familiarity builds trust faster than almost anything else. The fifth time you show up to that same monthly event, people start greeting you by name. That's when real friendships form. Not from one great conversation, but from consistent, low pressure repetition over months. There's one more piece almost nobody talks about. Dress and speak like you belong, without pretending to be something you're not. You don't need designer labels. You need clean, well-fitted, simple clothing and confident body language. Standing up straight, making eye contact, and speaking in complete, calm sentences signals more about your potential than any brand name ever will. Wealthy people aren't looking for other wealthy people. They're looking for people who are clearly going somewhere. Last thing, and this might be the most important mindset shift of the entire video. Stop thinking of this as climbing over people and start thinking of it as building a genuinely bigger, more interesting life. The byproduct of surrounding yourself with ambitious, resourceful people is not just access to money. It's access to better ideas, higher standards, bigger opportunities, and a completely different sense of what's actually possible for your life. The money is just one part of it. If this video gave you a new way to think about your circle, do two quick things for me. Follow this page so you don't miss what's coming next. And subscribe to the channel because I'm breaking down exactly how to build wealth, relationships, and opportunity from scratch, step by step, every single week. I'll see you in the next one.